Hello again, Scorpio. July 2024, Dadhichi here, looking at your horoscope here. This is for your sun sign, or if you know your lunar sign or ascendant being Scorpio, you can maybe consider what I'm saying here today as well. But the big news for you is this retrograde Saturn in this fifth house. What's the fifth house? Fifth house is your children, if you happen to have children. If not, then this is a serious phase in which you'll be considering the ramifications of the possibility of being a parent at this stage of your life. It's got to do with creative output, your creativity, that ability to hit the zone, to be in the zone, to be in the now, and to be fully resonant with that creative potential within yourself. Interestingly, it's also got to do with romance, love affairs, the way you enjoy life generally, amusements, etc., are all covered by this part of your horoscope. The new moon on the 6th, I think, is going to be a trigger for what I see here happening in your life right now, Scorpio. The new moon, of course, means new beginnings, turning over a new leaf, and addressing these issues that may have been long-standing. The issue of parenting and discipline is strongly hinted at by this transit. And when a planet is retrograde, it is actually empowered. It is imbued with force and the ability to make its presence felt in that area. So with children, it's necessary to step up the discipline, rethink the way you've been disciplining them. There's some tests there around the 10th and the 11th with that opposition to Saturn. You'll also notice that there's a retrograde Neptune in that area as well. So the ideals that you have, the standards that you've set for the children, are at odds with the practicality of this down-to-earth Saturn. Now, what I've just said there about the standards you set for your children, I think that could also be said for the standards that you're setting in terms of your search for love. For those of you that aren't married, those of you that are looking to find that right partner, I think this period is going to be difficult for you because the idealism of Neptune is stronger because it actually rules this sign of Pisces. It is stronger than the practical down-to-earth Saturn. So you're going to have to balance the pragmatic with the spiritual and the idealistic during this period. You've set the benchmark too high, I think. Now, that's not a bad thing to have high standards, but when you set that benchmark at level 10, which is perfection, the odds of you finding that person are like zero, because we are, after all, humans. So it's important to keep your expectations realistic. The other area I wanted to talk about, which I think is very significant, and I'll talk about that as we watch this moon getting brighter and brighter up till this full moon there on the 21st, then entering into conjunction with your ruling planet Pluto there in this fourth house of happiness and fulfillment, which is why I digressed a little, because I was about to talk about the creative side of this fifth house and what the impact of the retrograde Saturn may be having on that. This could be what, if you're creative in a writing sense, writer's block. Creatively, you're probably feeling a little tight. You're not having the same level of output or rhythm, resonance. You're finding it difficult to get into the zone. So that also calls for a reappraisal a reappraisal that's also buttressed by perseverance. You need to stick to what it is you've chosen. That is, if you're committed to that. If you're having doubts, then this is a time where you'll need to review other creative activities that might be more satisfying to you. In any case, all of these areas fall under the umbrella of this dual retrograde pair, Saturn and Neptune, in your 5th house. And this is not something that's going to be done with overnight. This is something that's going to continue over the coming months. You'll need to be, as I said, perseverant to come out with the right answers. I think the answer here, if I could be straight to the point, is that although this 5th house rules your children per se, it really talks about your inner child and how capable you are of connecting with that. That is why the creative process is so important, because we are somewhat like children when we, let our guard down. We become vulnerable. We just bare ourselves to the moment and do what we love doing. And that reveals the inner child. Take a look at the links there. They're going to take you straight over to the text-based readings for the month, dailies, weeklies, the monthlies there, and the yearly readings. Take a look at that. Please do subscribe, like our channel. We need a little bit of help there to lift the numbers. I'm sure you'll be more than happy to do that. And I'm more than happy to take any sort of questions you have here. Share that with our community here. I look forward to your company next month. Take care now. Bye-bye.